You know, I totally have it going on.
Hi YouTubers! Oh my god. So today I picked up something very special to me, something very cool. I picked up my college degree today. So you're probably like, okay, you could be like, well, most of you don't know that I graduated about almost 5 months ago, I think it is. I graduated in December 2016 from college. And you know how you owe some money. If you owe money, you know, you ain't getting your degree at the ceremony, but they still let you walk. So that's what happened to me. And I got my degree today, and I'm so excited. And it's very special. They went all out, and they gave me two. Like, they gave me one on a sheet, and they gave me an actual plaque degree, so I didn't have to go put it in a frame or anything. And I'm like really lit about it because it's like surreal for me, because when I first graduated I was like, okay, like I didn't feel like I graduated, but I graduated and I finally got my degree, and I'm so excited, like so excited, so ecstatic. And now I'm gonna go home and you know, I'm gonna talk to you guys about college. People have been asking me questions about school and stuff like that, and like how to survive college. So we're gonna talk about how to survive college, because I want to help out as many people as I can, because college wasn't easy for me. Like, college was not a breeze. I went through the most in college. It really broke me. It really helped me, humbled me to become the person I am today. And I definitely have to share that with you guys. So let's get home. So I've been waiting to do this video for a very long time now. So if you don't know, I graduated college December 2016, so it's last semester. And I'm gonna give you guys some tips, tricks, my experience of how I survived college. So first and foremost, I got my degree in the mail today. If you haven't seen my little vlog thing in the beginning, it came in the mail today, and it's been such a hassle. I did get to walk at the ceremony, and I did earn my degree, but being that I did owe money to the school, they don't give you your degree until you pay that balance, because no money, no degree. So since my balance is paid, you know, I did request to have it sent, and it's finally here, and I'm so excited about it. Like, it's you know, it's surreal. Like, when I first graduated, it did not hit me that I graduated at all. So I was just kind of like, you know, I seen everybody like cheering, like, yay, Brittany, you did it, and I'm like, yeah, like, oh my god. And I'm just like, okay. What else, you know? But what I will say about, you know, college and stuff like that is, this is the advice that I can give somebody that's in college, trying to get into college, or you're in that last semester of school. So I took 21 hours. Let me say that one more time. I took 21 hours my last semester. 21 hours, the most you can take as a student and that you can schedule is about 20 hours. You have to get it approved to take 21. Like, so I scheduled my 20 hours, and I had to go to the dean of my college and say, look, I'm really trying to graduate. They have to look at your GPA. They have to see if you can handle it. And I remember they were like, I mean, I don't know if you can handle it. I mean, if you can handle it. I was like, I'm gonna handle it, because once you're ready to graduate, nothing else matters. Like, you're gonna grind like you never did. I grind that semester like I never grind before. So what I will say is, so taking 21 hours, you really have to make time to definitely study. You have to make time for that. You want to put everything on a calendar. My computer has a calendar, so I would type, this is what I need to do today. I have a meeting with this. I might have a doctor's appointment. Put all of that. That might sound stupid. Even if you got to put time to sleep, I'm sleeping between this time and that time, do that. Like, you have to set out a schedule because you will forget. Certain classes were online that I had, and if you missed those assignments, they would lock. You couldn't retake them. Like, you can whine to the teacher all you want, but if you don't take those classes at the specific time that you have to take them online, the whole test will lock, the whole assignment will lock, and you got a 0 for that assignment. So it's always good to make a calendar. Even if you want to put one up on your wall in your room, do that. I would definitely say also too, with dealing with 21 hours, you have to make time for yourself. It does get stressful. You want to pull your hair out. So you have to make time. Like, if you want to set aside time, like an hour to watch your favorite show during the week, set that time aside. Or if you want to set an hour to make your favorite food or eat your favorite food, you have to do that. You have to still find some time for yourself because you don't want to lose your mind or you don't want to go crazy. I'm big on like stress freeness. So if you can be stress free and find ways to be stress free, do that. You know what I'm saying? As far as college goes, use your resources. Use your resources. They have writing centers. That's a place where you can bring your paper and you can take that paper and you drop it off. Well, you don't drop it off. You sit with the person. This is like English majors. And they go through the whole paper and they tell you what you did wrong, why this is the wrong period, or you should use a semicolon. You should use a colon here. This is the wrong clause. You should use this kind of clause. They will tell you all of that. And your paper can go from a C to A real quick if you would just do that. And it takes maybe an hour, 30 minutes that they sit with you. And after that, you just fix those changes that they gave you. And you just fix your paper, you turn it in, you probably got a better grade than you usually get. I would also say too, utilize your peers, utilize your friends. There were times where I was sick. I had pink eye my last semester in college. Pink eye. I don't know how the hell I got it. Like, I think because I worked at a gym and people were nasty. So I got pink eye. My eye was like literally closed. Like, I'll put a picture. Here's the picture. My eye was closed. Like, it was nasty. I still had to go sit in some of my classes because certain teachers were like, you still miss class, you no credit. I had a class where I had to submit assignments every single class, and I couldn't have anybody drop it off. So other classes, like let's say I just went to that class and I drove back home so I could rest. Or, I didn't want to, pink eye is very contagious. I didn't want anybody to catch it. So I would go to that particular class on that day. And this is all still with me taking 21 hours. I would go to that class and I would text one of my friends in my other class like, hey, can you send me the assignment? Hey, I need you to turn this paper in for me. I need you to do this. Like, and if you want to act like, a crab in a shell, or you can't talk to anybody, you won't have those privileges. You won't have people that'll look out for you. We're not saying make besties and tell your business to everybody, but you'll have those peers, those classmates that'll look out for you when you really need them. Like, let's say you went out of town, or let's say you have a funeral to go to, God forbid, but you'll have those people there to drop off your paper for you, to text you what assignment they have, or this is what happened in class today, because the teacher isn't going to do that. I'm sorry, you're not that important. In school, my freshman year, my sophomore and freshman year, I didn't have a car. I had friends that had whips, and, I would roll with them. At one point, I was catching the bus. Uber became a big thing around my junior year. Like, there's ways around not having a car. Like, at first, when I have a car, I was like, oh my God, but there's so many things you can do. Like, you can definitely, like I said, you can Uber, you can catch a cab, you can ride with friends. Like I'm saying, you'll meet so many friends in college. Like, you'll be surprised where these friends might take you and how long you're still going to be friends with them and what they can do to help you out. Like, people are always like, I don't need friends. Well, you're going to have a tough time in college because guess what? You're not going to make every class. And who's going to tell you the assignment? Oh, those friends that you don't need. Okay, right. So I was not on scholarship. I did go through financial aid to fund my college, to fund college for me. I did go to a school that was particularly cheaper. I stayed in state to save on money with that. But I did kind of want to get that out of the house experience. So I went to school about 2 hours away because I wanted to know what it was like to be without my parents. I wanted to know what it was like to survive on my own, to meet people and not have my parents all up my behind. That is something that I felt like I needed because I always had my parents for everything. And like I was like, I need to know what it's like to not have them. Like, I need to know. So that's all up to you. If you want to stay home and save money, cool. Like, you'll definitely save money. But it's like I had to get an apartment. I had to live in the dorms at one point, and I had all this. Like, I was broke. Everybody knows college broke is a whole nother broke. Like, college broke is like you looking for coupons to buy your food because you have like 2 pennies throw up together. Like, me and my friend, I had this like piggy bank. And one time it was so bad. Like, we were trying to buy a Little Caesars pizza. And Little Caesars pizza is like $5. We sitting there pouring out this change that I have in this little, because I call it my struggle bucket. I call it my struggle jar. And like anytime I would get change, I would throw it in there, throw it in there, throw it in there. So whenever I became broke, we'd pour it out and start sorting through. And we came up with $5 and we bought that pizza. And it was crazy. It was crazy. So get you a struggle jar. You'll thank me later. So another thing I definitely want to talk about is, but back to financial aid. Financial aid isn't all loans. You definitely get grants, and that's money that you don't have to pay back. There's unsubsidized, subsidized loans. You know what I'm saying? There's different stuff. If you look into it, it definitely can work. Like I said, I didn't have a scholarship. It worked out for me. Yes, I had to pay back loans. But college is something that you got to get that experience. It's not for everybody. I wanted the experience. I wanted to know what it was like to live in the real world. I wanted to know what it was like to be away from my parents. I wanted to know how college was really going to be. So I gave it a shot. So my first 2 years, I didn't really work. If I did any kind of work, it was like on campus. There's so many jobs on campus. Make sure you're like early with it because everybody and your mama be trying to work on campus. So make sure you're one of the first to apply. I did jobs like I worked the front desk at the dormitory. Like, that was super easy. All you did was like sit there, everybody was walking through. You see people creeping, going to their boyfriend room and stuff, and you sitting there like, but that was an easy job. No, they don't pay a lot. They pay like minimum wage, but it's some kind of money. It's better than nothing. Like, especially with me not having a car, all I had to do was walk on campus and go to a particular dorm, sit at the desk, make sure nobody was killing each other, and that was it, really. Like, it wasn't really much to it. One thing I will also say is don't be afraid to talk to your professors. Like, your professors will definitely help you out. I've had classes where people would tell me like, oh, that professor's so mean, don't talk to them. I don't take that class because that professor is that professor is that. Like, these people are human beings. Like, I had a professor that everyone said like he was just rude and he was evil and all this. But you have to break the ice. Like, I would sit with this particular professor and like ask him about his personal life. And I told him I had like a pet guinea pig, and he was like excited about it. He was like, oh my God, I grew up with guinea pigs. And you just gotta kind of like make them comfortable, make them excited, and let them into your life, and they'll let you into their life. And like, these are human beings. Like, use your teachers. These teachers will sit down with you and help you out with stuff. And even if you don't do well in the class, they might bump your grade up for effort because you came every day. And I had a teacher I sat with like every day because I wanted him to know, like, I'm ready to get out your class. Like, I gotta pass this class. I can't, like, I gotta get out your class. And I would sit with him every single day to make sure that I got out. And I got out. And this was a class that nobody passed, hardly. And I just sat with him. I was like, I got to get out the first time. So they were like, you might have to repeat this class. You know, everyone repeats it. I'm like, everybody but me. I'm not repeating this class. Like, repeating classes to me is such a waste of money. It's such a waste of time. And I have repeated class. I think I repeated like one class. And it was just so stupid because it's just like, I could have did this like last semester. But I definitely will say that college is something that I couldn't have gotten that experience anywhere else. Learning how to wake up and handle business and not having to call my mom. Like, I've been through some stuff I didn't even tell my family about, like, and I just had to deal with it. Learning how to deal with, like, high levels of stress and still having to handle your business, still having to make deadlines and you know, dealing with breakups, and you still got to go to class, and, like, you got to deal with it, and you sick, and you still got to get up and handle your business. Like, that's adult life. And I feel like me personally, not speaking for anybody else, I wouldn't have learned any of that if I didn't go to school. And I'm very thankful for that. I'm very thankful for this degree because it was well deserved. It was earned. And I just, like, I don't blame you.